Yeah, not sure how I feel about this gun, but we'll use it for a bit. Ow. I don't know if Pasta's still here, but in reference to the Warhammer stuff that was like all sold out, that box set that I was looking at that was like the Slanesh and the what do you call them, guys? The the Daughters of Cain models, like they're just not selling them anymore. But now they're like all on eBay, but everybody's selling them for cheaper than they would have normally, which it's just really backwards. I've never seen people selling something that's a Warhammer model cheaper than the actual price.
Maybe they're just really bad.
Huh?
Trying to get rid of them. Maybe the models are just really bad and they're trying to get rid of them. Or maybe they attempted to paint them with fucked up.
No, it's like people are selling new boxes for like $30 cheaper.
You don't know they're new boxes.
Okay, well what I mean is, at least according to these people that are advertising them as new in box.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, they're saying, yeah, they're new in box. In reality, they attempted to paint them fucked up and went get someone to sell us on eBay and fuck some kid over.
Even if that's the case, like, I would just strip them. It's more just the fact of, like, why are they selling these, like, $30 less? There are times that you run into that, though, where it's like they're selling it, like, $100 less, and if you see that it's from Russia, you don't buy it. Because Russia is a known place to get counterfeit Warhammer. I'll always make sure the eBay seller has a very high rating. Yeah, the person was like there for 10 years and has sold like thousands of products, so I think that that one's reliable.
Oh, that's fine, yeah.
But it does beg the question of like, why is it only like $180 instead of $210?
Might be damaged, might be missing pieces or something.
That would be more of a problem.
It's a gift.
Box might be damaged or something.
It's a gift. This is just... I forgot that this is just like a Warhammer Chaos item. I keep throwing grenades! This has to stop. I need to learn that control is not crouch in this game. It's E, damn it. I wasn't trying to E, remember. I was trying to C, crouch. Rebind it? I never remember to rebind things. I just need to learn to just play it as is. We'll just get, like, health, because we keep blowing ourselves up. There's a secret room in this room. That's surprising. Oh, hi, Optimus Prime.
It seems to agree with you. I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
Give me what I want? That's less than COVID's killed. The guy I watched first play this also made the Optimus Prime joke. I mean, he sounds like Optimus Prime. Seriously, like, if your big tragedy is 60-some-odd thousand people died to demons, and then it's, like, in the real world, like, just in the United States, you've lost literally, like, quadruple that amount. It's maybe it's time to get the COVID Slayer out there, you know? Dr. M. Peters. I'm sorry, do you regen grenades?
Is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
Beep 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 beep.
The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility.
Is that beep directed towards me?
No.
Oh.
Neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Eh. I'm sorry, you won't let me over the edge here? What is this secret that I have missed? One thing to keep in mind is that there was misreportings as tweaked numbers. Those who died from COVID, those who died. Okay, died with COVID and died from COVID is the same shit. I'm gonna go off on you about this, Tucker, for one reason, and one reason alone. Oh, well, they died of old age. Is code for, oh, they died of all their fucking organs shutting down because they couldn't keep up with the myriad of bullshit that is going on inside their body. If you have COVID and it exacerbates your existing COPD, lung cancer, or low oxygen levels, blood pressure, that's still you dying from COVID.
Yep.
Like, you're still dying from the thing afflicting your body.
Yep.
Like, most people don't die from the flu. They die from symptoms that are arising from the flu, but you still report those as flu numbers. I keep doing it! I found a gold Doom guy.
The hospitals aren't making money like people think they are from COVID. Hospitals are losing money.
The fact that you guys have to stress hospitals are making money or losing money is laughable to me.
Yeah, well, a lot of people think that, oh, the hospitals are lying about the whole COVID situation because they're trying to make money and show that COVID's 10 times worse than it is. Like,
there are
COVID's
people
bad.
being reported from car crashes. Okay, listen, that's a problem on your medical history then for your country. Like, that's not happening in Canada. People aren't inflating numbers from fucking car crashes, but this is just like the episode of The Simpsons.
I also don't believe that.
Well, here's the thing. I can believe that just because I can see some shady doctors in the US being like, we need some more funding, and then just stealing the money through embezzlement. Like, maybe it's just me being cynical, but because you guys have a for-profit healthcare system, I can see people stealing the money way more.
Yeah, but the fact that people are going to look at them and be like, this person was in a car crash and died and you marked it as COVID automatically means, like, you're stupid. That's not what happened. It'd be another thing if, like, they hid the car crash and said they died from COVID.
I do like the idea, though, of somebody dying from a car crash and they're like, it was COVID. How? They just start coughing a lot. Made them drive off the road.
I don't know. I'm getting sick and tired of all of it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really great if a pandemic just stopped, honestly. Holy shit, his VA is a bunch of different voices in WoW, Emperor Callus in Destiny 2, a ton of others. This guy's got talent. What's the name? Because I probably know who it is.
I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic
Darren
threat
Paul.
level is
Yeah.
inside
I know
the
who that is.
foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
No, let me in. Okay, so we've entered the fire stage. Hi there. Tactical scope. Yep. Because if you're gonna give me a gun that shoots many bullets at a long distance, I need the ability to gun. Rocket sounds cool, don't get me wrong. But the idea to be like, boom, headshot. You didn't headshot immediately. I mean, we wouldn't be over it completely. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say that if it was handled better within Canada and the United States that it wouldn't be better. But there would always be the inevitable second wave that happens of these things, because that did happen with the Spanish flu as well. Spanish flu did also have the same problem, though, of people being like, well, what if I just don't wear a mask?
Yeah, it's not like if the second wave happens, it's when, and it's happening right now.
Yeah.
So
I'm honestly waiting for the third wave, because then I can start
Yeah.
making television show references about an alien race led by the Antichrist, which, boy, that's a show reference for nobody but me.
yeah, but that's also just what my dad believes. So
I don't think he thinks it's aliens, though.
no, but he does think it's the Antichrist.
Yeah. The fuck? So there was a TV show back in the early 2000s, and it was
Jesus.
about the Antichrist Mabus predicted by Nostradamus. But it turned out Nostradamus was actually a fucking alien, and Mabus was an alien coming from another planet. And the waves were different levels of infiltration into human society by pretending to be like political leaders and etc. And then Mabus was going to become like the president of the United States or some shit. It's classic stupid TV. It's very fun. As for Rachel's thing of the Antichrist, her dad believes that COVID is a sign of the apocalypse, despite the fact that the version of Christianity that he is a follower of doesn't believe in that format of the apocalypse. So he's very smart. Oh, we're taking his hand. Did Jesus powerbomb the Antichrist? Because that would make it rad. Honestly, the idea of Jesus actually fighting the Antichrist is something I really want.
Well, that's what happens, isn't it?
It's presumably supposed to be more metaphorical, plus the idea is, like, if we're talking rapture ideology, which...
Well, all the people who believe in Jesus and God and follow it should, like, move up to heaven.
Yeah, it's like, if we're talking rapture ideology, which is what a lot of Americans believe for some weird reason, then basically the people left behind get to fucking fight it out with the forces of the Antichrist, which, granted, sounds fucking awesome, and I would definitely be part of, if only because then I could do some maximum betrayals.
Warning. Core temperature rising.
Mary Magdalene is a super android. That is the plot of a video game, yes. I fell down a hole by accident, but I'm alive, so everything's fine, I guess. I guess we just are gonna live down here now. I saw that there was a way to go back up there, but I figure we might as well take a look here, right? Why does this building have jump pads? Space future. Jesus versus Antichrist in the format of WrestleMania is the best, dumbest shit ever. I would prefer that, honestly. But yeah, no, like, if there's an opportunity for the demon apocalypse to happen, like, I'm fine with that just because I get to see it. Like, even if I die early on, I don't care, it's just, it'd be cool. Get some, like, Devilman Crybaby shit going on. Look up in the sky and just see, like, Jesus riding, like, a fucking Pegasus fighting against a guy that looks identical to him, but on, like, a scary horse. I'm not, I got models to build. I mean, hey, let's say you go to heaven, right? And then you get there, and it's just full of Warhammer models. But then you go to examine the Warhammer models, and it's just armies of Tau. Only Tau. You can only paint Tau from now on. Oh, you're actually in hell. Saying that in that dumb of a fashion made me remember the cadence by which fucking what's his name, Todd McFarlane or whatever, would always talk about, like, the Spawn TV show, the cartoon from the 90s. because there's like one of them that always sticks in my brain was him saying something like, I can't remember the whole quote, but it was like, if you were offered the chance to live or take a ride on Satan's searing carousel, what would you pick? I'm Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn. And it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that intro for your show? I don't actually hate Town, so I don't know, not that bad. Yeah, no, I could paint Tau for, like, a while. They've got a lot of different models, if anything. Cadence of Hyrule.
Demonic threat reduced.
But yeah, no, if you guys ever want to laugh just really hard at a guy trying to sound cool and just completely failing, go and watch any of the clips from Todd McFarlane talking about Spawn at the beginning of the show. It's always really, really lame. Because he delivers it in like the most deadpan response. It's just a person speaking in a completely bored tone of voice. And it makes it very entertaining. Also, one thing I can never get over in Spawn is just, it has that whole plotline that always happens in any of those fictions, where it's guy goes to hell, comes back to life, and then just finds out that his like girlfriend / wife is now fucking his best friend. And every time they're mad about it. And in his case, it's fair because his best friend did kill him. But it's always just kind of jarring to me because it's like, you're dead, man. Like,
I mean, I get it. Like if you died and when you like magically came back to life, I was fucking Shepard. You'd be like,
yeah, but that's because it's Shepard, not because it's another person. Literally,
well,
just
I'm
because
saying,
it's him.
But you said best friend. That's your best friend.
Yeah,
You'd
but
be
the
upset.
difference to me.
No. It doesn't matter. We're not saying like the person like it's Shepard. Nah. We're saying if you came back to life and I was fucking your best friend, you would be pissed.
I mean, I also have. I don't think I'd be pissed because I've been dead.
You would be upset. You would. There would be a very, very small part of your narcissistic ecosystem that would be like, are you fucking kidding me? I know you, Tyler.
The second that you bring up the narcissism, it's like, I can't comment.
Like, I fucking know you.
Gonna be real though, if I came back looking like a beef jerky man like Spawn did, it's just like, alright, time to just rule the planet Earth, I guess. It's like, who the fuck's gonna stop me? I'm gonna shoot chains out of my body at them and kill them.
I don't know if I'd be more into you if you look like a beef jerky man, or if I'd be less into you.
Probably less, because I don't think that you'd like the beef jerky.
I don't know what Spawn looks like, so.
It's funny that we're talking about cheating now, because it's not the part in the podcast where they talk about NTR. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who enjoys NTR. Now, Link, I mean, cheating is like one of the most common fetishes for the reason that like incest is one of the most common. Like, people like the idea of taboo stuff. NTR is the Japanese term for cheating when it's like you're stealing somebody's woman.
Oh.
But usually the people that are into NTR are into it from the angle of being like the guy that gets his woman stolen.
Yeah, what is it? Whatever.
Yeah, cuckolding, but also not.
Yeah.
Because that in the West now has taken on a different meaning where it's like, I just want to watch you fuck my wife. Whereas NTR is like, my girlfriend now just wants to fuck this dude. NTR must be purged in fire. I don't have any problem with people being into it.
Yeah, it's like you're into what you're into. If it's not offending anybody, and then you're like, you know, or it's not like illegal or weird, like child porn, whatever, dude.
Also, again, like, it might be one of those things where it stems from the ego side of things, but also, like, for some reason, NTR stuff is always like, here comes the fat, ugly guy to fuck the woman. And I'm just like, but I'm a fat, ugly guy. So, like, if I was to ever see any of that porn, I can't project as the guy that's getting cheated on anyway because I don't look like that. Like, if anything, the idea of a fat asshole being like, oh, I can fuck your wife better, it aligns more with my narcissism, which I don't believe that I can do, but also I find very humorous that Japan is like, man, what's the attractive way to get people to cheat? Fat dudes? And I'm like, really?
I mean,
I can only imagine it's because there's not as many fat people there.
I mean, listen. I love fat men.
The Long Long Man saga reverse NTR. Then Long Long Man actually is kind of like an NTR scenario except without sex, because it's just like this woman keeps seeing a man chewing gum in the distance and is like, man, look at that handsome dude and his long gum. And it's like she leaves the dude at his wedding with her because the dude with the gum shows up. It's stupid. It's very funny. Oh, hi, you're big. I don't like this one as much. But yeah, basically, it's like, as long as you're not hurting anybody and it's not straight up illegal. Like, that's why, I remember being in Rachel's Discord and... Stop touching me. I'm trying to have a discussion. I remember being in Rachel's Discord and people getting mad about some artist who draws, like, really fat chicks. Not really fat, but you know what I mean. And they're always, like, My Little Pony women. And then people were like, I'm mad at this artist because I like when they draw thick women, but I don't like when they draw horse dicks. And it's like, I get where you're upset from, don't get me wrong, but it's not like they're taking pictures of actual horse dicks and sending them to you.
Yeah, people usually get mad at me when I draw Fudanari, and like when I draw Jasper with a dick, because they're like, I followed you for your Jasper porn, not your, like, and I'm like, well, guess what? I like Jasper with a penis, so
Grenades, remember them, control. Right, grenades do exist, don't they? They don't just exist to hurt me. Just not my thing? Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, if it's not your thing, you can shrug it off and be like, yeah, it's not mine. That's great.
Yeah, if it's not your thing, don't look at the photo. But what we're saying is we're not saying you do this. I'm just saying people in general should not be belittling other people for their fetishes if their fetish is not illegal or hurting anybody.
I'd be into it, still not into it. Your tastes don't just develop because you're exposed to things constantly. Like, that will reinforce it if you're predisposed to liking that. But I think, and I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, so don't take my word as any gospel here. I think a lot of fetish stuff, well, you can develop a new fetish, is generally inborn. I think a lot of it is like preference, like a lot of people out there are into different ethnicities of some sort, and as long as you're not fetishizing them in a weird, creepy way, cool. You can just be like, yeah, I like this group of people more than this group of people.
I will say, some people, their backgrounds, like, I know the reason I'm into the things I am into is because I was sexually active at a very young age. Like, you know, but I hate when other people, I know people, like, don't kink shame, and you really shouldn't. If it's not, like, I'm into fucking horses or dogs and I'm into, like, fucking kids, who cares? If you're like, I like to get my balls crushed, cool. Not my thing, but whatever, dude. Whatever gets you off.
Definitely something I don't understand, but I get people are into.
Yeah, whatever. Some people, like, there's a woman that I follow on Twitter, and literally all she does is a guy comes into her house every couple of days a week, and he cleans her house, but he's in, like, fetish gear, and she whips him, and he, like, gets off on it. And he pays her to clean her house and to have her, I'm like, you are living the life, woman.
I find that sort of shit really funny, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, it's amazing. But, like, I wouldn't kink shame that guy. It's like, again, whatever gets you off. It's not illegal, and it's consensual, so who cares?
Porn exists of almost anything as long as it's not illegal or hurting anyone who doesn't want it, it's fine. My definition of illegal, too, by the way, turns into as long as it's not real people, because...
What the fuck is CBT?
Cock and ball torture.
Oh.
That's a joke that I make a reference to a lot. So, this is a segue off the topic for a second, but just because you'll find it funny. Do you remember how in Devil May Cry, as in DMC Devil May Cry, Sparta is alive, like Dante and Virgil's dad is alive, but he's just in hell, trapped because he like fucked an angel.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, they show a picture of him, and he's like straight up bondaged out because I guess hell, right? And as a result of that, a running gag in the super best friends shit just very quickly became Sparta woke up to the joys of CBT. Because of the line in Devil May Cry where it says he woke up to justice. And so, like, even to this day, Wooly will just say, like, when Sparta woke up to CBT.
What is, like, what is a fetish that you look at and you can understand why people are into it, but at the same time it like gives you the heebie-jeebies? Like I can understand why someone's into that, but at the same time, like, ugh.
I mean, honestly, like this
Most
is
fetishes.
this is gonna sound really stupid, but almost anything that would like cross over into where I'm at. So it's like any of the stuff that I've ever expressed any interest in, I get it because I am, but then also it has that very strong moment of like, why is anybody into this though? Dude, fuck off.
I get that. I see, coming from the woman's perspective, I completely understand why women are into it. One thing that
See, genital piercings freak me out, but not in the way that you think.
Stay focused.
It's not.
I like genital piercings.
It's-
I like genital piercings, especially if they get the balls that vibrate.
See, here's the thing though. It's not where I'm like, genital piercings. Who could like that? It's I personally don't want to modify my body, and as a result, I don't like the idea of something being stuck in my penis.
Sounding is strange.
That one involves
That
sticking
one's-
something directly into my penis, and ergo is worse.
Or the urethra. Yeah, it goes into the urethra, and like I get,
Oh,
I
I'm
can
out of chainsaw ammo.
understand.
Well, bye.
I can understand. It's like it's another hole in that area. Try it out. Like I
That's
get it, but
for lack of better terms, that is some Slanesh shit. Like
it's another hole. Try it out. But that hole is not meant to stretch.
okay, because I've been on the internet for a long time, and as you know, I've been on the internet longer than you or Nick, and thus have seen the shit that the old internet used to purport before it got to be a lot more safe and sanitary. I have seen a man who has sounded his penis so thoroughly that he is able to stick both fingers in it and stretch it.
I saw porn of a dude fucking his wife's urethra. Like,
That one always gets me. Whenever I hear about that, I'm like, no.
yeah. When I saw that, I was just like, her vagina looks weird, and then I'm like, that's her urethra, and then I just immediately left.
So I have a thing that will make you go, ugh, about that particular problem. There was a story that I read once. Obviously, it's on the internet, so it's apocryphal. I can't claim that it is a real, true story. Could be somebody that made this up, but I choose to believe it knowing the stupid, fucked up shit that humans do. And
Also, after this, I have a story, so go.
it was a woman who went to her doctor after years and years and years and years. of
Well,
being
your
married.
dude just vibrated.
I did go flying really far.
Okay.
She went to her doctor after years and years and years of being married to her husband. They were quite older at this time. They'd never
Oh
had
no, was
kids.
he fucking
or
was he
anything.
fucking her urethra the entire
Yeah.
time?
And so she had a yeast infection and was like, yeah, shit's fucked up down there. And the doctor's like, oh yeah, you know, it's fucked up because you got a yeast infection, blah blah blah. I just got another little doom guy. And then she was talking about like what they do because he was asking the questions that you would normally ask, right? And she talked about how they'd been having sex and it hurt and blah blah blah. And he's like, you mean in this one, right? No, in this one. No, that's your urethra. Your vagina's down here. And she's like, there's another hole. Sex ed, boys.
So, I what makes me
Must have been American. Almost certain.
It had to have been because I at one point in my childhood thought I was pregnant with fish eggs. So did I ever tell you that story?
That doesn't even make sense.
Okay, here's the thing. I was 13. No, I just started my period, so I was 12, like 11, 12, because it's also when I first started having sex. And I wore a pad to go swimming in the creek, or creek, as you.
No, we know
intellectuals
what
call
a
it.
crick is.
Called a creek. I wore a pad to go swimming in the creek. Now, pads for the gentleman in the chat. So I have two stories. One after this too. Pads for the gentleman in the chat can only hold up so much liquid before it just dissolves and turns into beads. The beads that soak up the blood. So I went swimming in a creek filled with fish. We were noodling, which is where you shove your arm in catfish holes and pull the catfish out.
See, I know that as catfisting.
No, it's noodling. No, it's crick. Creek is how you people say it. Crick is how the people down south say it. Shut the fuck up. It's called a crick. It's called crawfish, not crayfish. It's called crawfish and tomatoes.
That one works both ways.
Thank you very much. So, I get home, right, and we were in the creek about, I want to say 4 hours. We caught a lot of fish. We let them go because it wasn't at the time where you could go like hunt catfish. You couldn't go catfish.
There wasn't season.
Yeah. So we let them go. I went home. Both of my parents originally lived in. My dad originally lived in Alabama. Mom lived in Kentucky. Dad moved to New York City. So I got it's Crick where I'm from, because I lived in Kentucky for a little bit. I got home and my mom wasn't home. It was just my dad, and my dad doesn't know. He's like your old typical American man, where he knows nothing about the female body aside from I put my dick in this hole and that's it. So I took my pants down because
I
was
it's
just
this one. Otherwise, it's the urethra.
So I took my pants down because all I did was put on like basketball shorts and a tank top to go swimming in. And I pull my pants down and I pull my underwear down, thinking like, oh, my pad's probably filled with blood. I should probably change it. And then all there are these little beads.
I know where this is going immediately.
It's just these little beads. And so I start panicking because the little beads look like fish eggs. So I start panicking and I'm like, oh my god, I was swimming in the creek. A fish could have like swim up my shorts and I wasn't paying attention and laid these eggs. I'm giving birth to eggs. And like I'm giving birth to fish babies. And so I'm like, I'm pregnant. It gets worse. You have to remember though, I was like 11 or 12, okay? And so I open up the door and I go, Dad. I was like, Daddy, I think I'm pregnant. And my dad is like in the kitchen and he just stops and he stares at me and he's like, what? I'm like, I think I'm pregnant. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, there are fish eggs falling out of my vagina. And he pales and he stares at me and he's like, what? And he tells me to put clothes on but leave the specimen on the floor. So I leave my panties with no pad in sight, just the balls that have soaked up the blood and are now red, so they look like eggs. Or in my panties. My dad comes in and stares at them and he's just like, we have to get you to the ER because he doesn't know what it is.
Oh,
and so
god.
And so I'm like, okay. So we get a spatula and we scoop up the pad beads. And we put the pad beads in a jar, like a mason jar. And my dad tapes the mason jar closed in case and you put water in it in case they hatched. He's like, I don't want them to die.
What?
So then,
oh fuck. My legs.
My dad calls my mom and he's just like, you need to get home. It's a medical emergency. Rachel's in trouble, okay? And so my mom comes like barreling home and she's like, what's the matter? And my dad just puts the jar on the table and he's like, these fell out of your daughter's vagina. And for 2 seconds, she panics because she's like, she goes swimming in the creek all the time. Like there was like a time I came back from swimming in a pond and I had leeches on my back. Didn't know. You know, like just didn't know. I walked around for like a day, which is leeches on my back. Like weird things happen in the creeks and ponds where I'm from. So she's just like, okay, yeah, my dad did. So Mom's like, okay, all right, and then she stops and she looks at the jar, and then she looks at me.
She's right. Leeches happen.
And she's just like, did you go swimming with a tampon in or a pad? I was like, well, you guys won't let me use tampons yet, so I used a pad. And then you just see her start fucking bursting out laughing. And she's just like, your pad, like, dissolved. Your pad melted. It just disintegrated and left these beads. They're the pad beads. They're red from your blood. You're not pregnant, you fucking idiot. And so then my dad and I felt super embarrassed. I felt super embarrassed. But then my mom has the audacity to, like, tell her friends at work
Oh, no.
what happened.
No,
And it just spread like wildfire through our tiny town that I thought I was pregnant. So then the next couple of months, yeah, she did. So anytime I, like, went to go swimming in the creek, the neighbors would be like, don't get pregnant, Rachel.
Stop.
I'm gonna be real. If I knew you, I would constantly make fish egg jokes. So
Yeah. Oh, there was also a time where the pond was frozen. At least I thought it was. And it's
Always
when I
a
was
good
with
start.
Heather. Yeah. It's when I was with Heather, and I saw something in the middle of the pond, and I'm like, that's really strange. Nothing should be out there. So my stupid ass walked out there. I remember taking off my shoes, thinking like I want traction. So I took off my shoes, so I was barefoot on the ice. And I was a stupid child. And this is again like 12, 13. And I walked out in the middle of the ice, and I just remember picking up a rock, and I looked at Heather, and I was like, it's just a fucking rock. And then I fell into the water. Like the ice gave way, because like the further out to the middle you get, the weaker the ice is. And so I instantly just I hate chiggers! Ah! No, that's what they're called.
I know. I just don't know what that is.
Oh, they're these little tiny bugs that burrow into the soles of your feet. And they itch.
Are they
a
like
motherfucker.
flies?
They're like little, they're like little beetles. Like they're in the grass, and if you walk around barefoot in the grass, they'll like burrow into your
I've
feet and like your
never
feet
heard
itch.
of these. We have flies that do that up here.
Yeah, they suck. But yeah, like I fell into the water, and then Heather had to come and like pull me out of the water. Heather had to save me from drowning on multiple occasions. Because there was a time I jumped off of a bridge into the water. Water was too deep, and I panicked. And so she had to like come out there, and she always saved me by grabbing me by the hair and just pulling me behind her.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That does not seem as though the optimal solution for that.
Yeah. But so a thing that a lot of men don't know about the vagina is that the vagina is self-cleaning.
Technically.
So the inside is. So because I was having this discussion with a boy where he asked like, how do you get the soap in your vagina? And I'm like, you don't put the soap up there.
You definitely should not.
It'll fuck up your pH balance and we'll get sick, dude. I'm like, most women, when they clean their vagina, clean like the folds on the outside, but they never, ever stick anything like the soaps. That's why shower sex is dangerous. Like, make sure all of the soap is gone, because there's any soap. It's like if you guys get soap in your pee hole. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's the same feeling, only soap in the pee hole, I feel like from what I've been told, only lasts like a couple days, goes away eventually. Soap in the vagina causes the pH balance to go wonky, and you could get a yeast infection, you can get a urinary tract infection, all at the same time. Nothing is worse than having a UTI and a yeast infection at the same time. It sucks.
You should soap your penis. Yes. You shouldn't stick soap in the
into
urethra.
the pee hole. This guy thought that you had to stick soap into the vagina, like scoop it in there.
I have
somehow
had
wash it
soap
out.
get into my urethra before, and I can stress that it is incredibly uncomfortable. I don't know how it happened. I genuinely don't know. But it fucking sucked.
So I once went swimming, I have this friend who, like, was not wealthy at all. But they always try to pretend that they were. Like,
Oh, I
they
love
had
those
like
people.
they had like a pool, but they didn't know how to properly take care of the pool. Like, they just filled the pool with water from a hose and didn't put chemicals in it. So I went swimming in said pool.
If you don't soak the dick, smegma happens. I hate to tell you this, but that is only true for some of you.
Yeah. Yeah, that only happens if you have, like, foreskin, right?
Yeah, like, I have a little bit, but I don't have enough that it really happens. Like, just a normal wash down there is enough. But, like, I'll still soap it up, but just not every single shower necessarily. Like, if I forget, it's not like my dick is going to rot, so, like, I don't care, because I can wait until next shower, but, like, yeah, like, if you've got a foreskin, that's a problem there, buddy.
I wash everything thoroughly every time. That's also because I'm a woman.
Yeah, like,
plus
there's
size,
not
and I'm,
many
like,
times that I'm a normal guy about a lot of stuff, but, like,
I'll
be a little bit lazy about washing my dick.
Like, I'm a larger woman at that, so you have to take care of your vagina.
Throw your grenade
But,
at him? I was shooting grenades at him. That's better than throwing your grenade.
This family were, like, just put the water in through the hose and that's it. And I went swimming there and I got a yeast infection. And I didn't know what a yeast infection was, so I just thought, like, oh, like, I'm sweaty or something, it'll go away. And it got to the point where I scratched my vagina raw.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Because, like, originally the yeast infection, TMI, but who cares, the yeast infection started on the inside, but it spread to the outside.
I was gonna say, like, do you really feel like TMI is a problem at this point after fish eggs?
So the the yeast infection spread, and I scratched my vagina so much that it was raw, and, like, he was like, if you would have continued to scratch, like, you could have scratched your labia off. Like, I was going to town. And, like, I would lay, like, on my bed with the fan just on my vagina. Just
You could have had your
air.
rocket launcher at this point, I believe. Probably. I don't know, I'm just fucking going.
Being a woman fucking sucks, man.
Whoa, that went right through. Dude, stop jumping as I'm trying to do this shit to you. Okay.
Do you think you could handle it? Like, if you woke up tomorrow and you were now, like, in a woman's body, do you think you'd be okay?
Oh, yeah. I foresee almost no difference. Because here's the thing. You want to know what woman Tyler is like?
I mean, like, would you be able to take care of your body?
Yeah. Because I took sex ed and did well in it. Because I know, like, I don't know everything, but I know how, like, the basics work. Like a day on Wikipedia and I'm good. The only thing that's gonna be a problem is whether or not I get, like, situations like my mom where I just am mad for several days.
I will tell you, don't shave your vagina because you can cut your clit like I did.
You see, what I was going to say is you want to know what, like, femnoid is, and it's just, instead of what I am right now, right? Imagine, like, the same length of hair, approximately, and instead of facial hair, it's just armpit hair and pubic hair. Because,
that's fair.
Because that's it. Because I'm not gonna, like, I would sit there and be like, what, you want me to fucking shave? Are you fucking me? I don't care what your opinion is. That, like, you know, like, woman me would be not a feminist per se, but would, like, definitely fit into the angry woman stereotype.
I feel like a boy me would
I
just
shave
be
my
a
armpits, that's fair.
Boy me. I haven't shaved my legs because I haven't seen Tyler in, like, almost a year, so I'm hairy. But
They also don't look hairy, because, like, I see you regularly.
She is trying
Yeah,
to
I
tell
know. It's
the
because I have
people
blonde. My hair is blonde.
between our world.
But I feel like boy me would just be like the quote unquote himbo. Like, just so stupid. Like, because like here's the thing: being a woman, being dumb is like charming. It's like, she's fine. But if you're a dude and you're stupid,
You couldn't
like
have saved
I
that
just
anyway.
I'd be a himbo, and not even like on purpose. It would just happen. It's like he's big, dumb, and he's kind of cute.
I
so
legitimately hate armpit hair on everyone. That's fine. I don't care.
Ooh,
Like I just can't care.
Here's the thing though, it's my belief, if you're going to shave your armpits, you need to shave everything else. It's like if you shave
I don't
one
think you
part
gotta
of
like
your
shave
body,
your legs.
you might as well shave. It's like the guys who shave. Like I once got into an argument with a dude I was hooking up with, where it's like he shaved his pubes but refused to shave his balls, and I'm like, you're already down there. What's stopping you? Because here's the thing: you bitch at me.
I get
If
it.
I have to shave my vagina, you also want me to shave my butthole. So, get fucked.
It's more just that it's really, really, really difficult because that entire area is just wrinkly skin.
That's why you like. I've shaved a dude's ball sack before. It's not
Well,
hard.
that's the thing is if you get another human being to do it, it's a lot easier.
It's not hard. Just like shaving your butthole is not hard.
No balls, they are wrinkly.
It's not hard. Well, no, it is hard. Having a big ass and shaving your butthole. That's why I'm glad, like, Tyler doesn't care if I have hair. It's like, cool, I don't have to shave anymore. Because there are times I just let my leg hair grow around you and you don't give a shit. And I'm like, finally.
This is gonna sound like
Olivia is using
eh,
the tower to
and
build
also
a doorway
because
into their
you don't like to hear about past relationship stuff, but you have to remember I did date a person for 3 years and lived with them for like a year of that.
Yeah.
Like they were in my house, and so there becomes a point where you just go, this is another human being, I just can't care. And also, as it is Canada, you just kind of accept that most of the women during winter aren't going to shave their
Is a
legs.
frequent occurrence
No, there's
outside
no
the base,
point.
So it is recommended that workers buddy up when journeying onto the Martian surface.
Like, I personally don't understand the point. Like, I get the point of people shaving, don't get me wrong. I understand the aspect of quote-unquote manscaping, right? I get all of that. I just can't see the benefit for me. Like, seeing more of just me but hairless is a direct downgrade.
I like you, Harry, and if you ever shaved...
Make me feel bad because I
actually-
do care, but I don't give a shit about it. I like that you said saved vagina by accident there. No, like, yeah, this is the thing. Whenever we talk about this stuff, it's all preferential, right? We're never gonna, like, sit there and shame a person because of their preferences on stuff. If you like, are just like, yeah, man, like, shave those armpits or whatever, who gives a shit? But like I
Yeah,
said with the
I don't
idea
fucking care.
of femnoid, it's like femnoid would literally
Here's
just
the-
be the most butch
No.
woman.
Here's the thing. I will have a problem with it if you are hooking up with a woman, you go to have sex with her, and she doesn't have her vagina shaved, and you go, can't do it. Then I'll have a problem. Like, then I'll have
No
a problem. I'll
shame me,
be
Craigasm.
like, then I'll have a problem. Be like, you were a tool bag. Like, no offense. Anybody who does that, you get that far in, and they have one tiny thing that you're like, It's like, you already are that far. Suck it up. Just don't go. Or be like, hey, I'm not a big fan of pubic hair, but how about we make this kind of kinky, and I'll shave your pubic hair for you.
Like, I know that's not meant to be funny, but I'm just imagining, like, let's say you're on like date 4 and you're
I've had it
getting
done.
intimate, and the person's just like, but what if I shaved you?
I've had that done, and it wasn't even 4th date, it was date number 1. He went to go down, he was like, sorry, I don't like vaginas that have pubic hair. Can I shave your vagina for you? And I'm like, fuck yeah, go ahead. And it was like a fun little
I'm not gonna
foreplay
get
thing.
this.
That's even if she like is about to suck your dick and sees you have foreskin and goes, no, it's like it is an extra layer of skin. Just shut the fuck up. It's an extra layer of fucking skin. Like, nothing makes me more, and it's only because I've had it happen to me too, where like I took my bra off and a guy was like, your tits sag, and like, they're 42Fs, you fucker, of course they're gonna sag. Get fucked. Like, no, your tits aren't your tits aren't anime hentai tits, I can't fuck you. Like, get fucked. What do you think we do? Wear bras to keep our nipples from showing? No, we wear bras because it supports and lifts the tits up.
Till you're...
dumbass.
And you doubted yourself, shake my head. I always think that I'm gonna fail, like, the first time going into any challenge, so...
Well, the thing is, if you hook up on the first date or second date, you like the person, you're about to fuck, and you're like, oh, this person has foreskin, hairy armpits, whatever. In my personal opinion, if you can't look past that to get fucked, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, not wrong. Bullets fired while zoomed will penetrate through targets.
It's like...
Sick.
It's like you went through all of that trouble just to get fucked, and you're gonna say no because of one little thing. Do you know how many dudes with like back hair that I fucked? I don't like back hair, but it's like, okay.
Get ready for that because it's starting to grow in.
That's fine. I love you, so now it's fine.
And also,
like,
I feel like you're just never going to complain if I get hairier.
No. But, oh, Misty, I was a slut in my day, so.
Well, that's the thing. Is I was going to say, I wouldn't do that, but also I'm not going to shame people for it, because here's the thing. There was a point where me, being an almost asexual creature, did sit there and go, maybe I should just find somebody random to fuck. And then you know what happens? The most Noid thing... No, even worse than that. The most Noid thing happened where I just went, that's too much effort, and then didn't. Because here's the thing. If I do that, then it's going to likely result in that person probably wanting to continue talking to me, and even if I make it clear that it's a one-time thing, then I'm going to sit there and go, but maybe it would be easier to just keep it as a regular thing. And it's just too much thought. I'd rather just get into another relationship at that point.
Which is fair, but when I wasn't, and because before Mary, because I went from married to you like that.
Yeah, the Mary thing was really funny because it was like...
Yeah, I just went from
the idea
female Tyler
of,
to Tyler.
No, you went from a shittier version of me, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Usually that goes the other direction.
But before Mary, I would hook up with people, and I would go to bars, clubs, whatever, and I would hook up with people, and I'd be like, we are not going to text or have conversations after we fuck. We will fuck, you will make me come, and then I will leave. End of story. And people were so cool with that. It's like, I don't get how, I think it's a woman thing, maybe? Or it's just like, we've had sex, now we need to, like, connect emotionally. It's like, no, get me off and then I'll leave. Or, most of the time, men don't get me off, and then it's fine. You came, cool.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's hard to get a woman
felt that
to...
type of attraction, even the 2 boyfriends I've had. Fair. Way to generalize? Sometimes generalizing is fine.
What? Most men can't make women come.
I feel like it's not even like that. I think it's that most men don't care to try.
Yeah, most men do not care to try. I have had...
I'm talking about the thing before. Oh, yeah. Well, I do think that
like how
true
women
also usually do.
100%. Here's the thing. I have fucked a lot of people. I have fucked too many people. And the men have no qualms in me going, this is a one-time thing, you will not hear from me after this. Happy as can be. Women get sad about it.
I mean, Misty, you never got to worry about that, but you do have to worry about the same situation because gay men.
Mm-hmm.
Which, not all gay men are like women, but a lot of gay men that I've met are a lot like the women I've met.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how much of that's socializing. Like,
I think it's socializing.
Yeah.
But I also know the gay men that are like, I want to change a car tire and...
Well, I don't mean necessarily like effeminate in terms of all behaviors. I'm meaning more just generally, like, there a lot of the gay guys that I've met are more like emotional / commitment focused guys. Because I knew one in college where he was just like, I just can't find a guy who just wants to be with me. And I'm just like, I got nothing to tell you, man.
Maybe it's because you're a shitty person.
He wasn't a shitty person, but he was very irritating to listen to.
Oh, that could have been it.
Like, he wasn't effeminate in behavior, if this makes sense. Like, he wasn't an effeminate gay man in that he behaved effeminately or etc. But he had the voice, and so like imagine the stereotypical gay voice, right? And imagine that coming out of a person wearing like a Bass Pro fishing hat and dressed like a fucking redneck.
That's hilarious. My computer's gonna overheat. I'm gonna lift it up.
Can you please die? You're really hurting me.
Due to my friend group being what it is, most of it is gay men. A lot of gay men that I know, it's like 50-50. Where like a lot of them like, I want to hook up, and they'll be fine with hooking up, but they'll think about that hookup for days. Where it's like, oh, I really wish he would text me back. Maybe I should text him.
Oh,
see
you
how
gotta
things are
blow
going.
yourself up? That works for me.
Shit like that. And it's like, I don't know.
Gotta go back and beat
hate...
this game on Nightmare? I just can't imagine.
I also hate friends with benefits. Because, like, that's like murky waters. It's not, at that point, if you're already hanging out, already having a time, you might fucking date. You're already fucking.
I'm
Just
sure
date
that's
at
how
that
that
point.
happens most of the time.
Just date at that point. No, I knew these two people who were friends with benefits, and then she ended up finding someone else, and he was completely fine with it. Like, it was just fucking.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I'm sure that the turning out to date thing happens way more often, though. Like,
It has to. Like, because you're with them all the time, you're fucking all the time. And I don't want to say, like,
get emotionally attached. You've described being very emotionally attached, and the thing is, like I said, I could totally have gone in on it, but I can't be asked with the work. It's too much.
It's a lot of work for a dude. It's easy for a chick to hook up.
No, I don't even mean that. Like, I just mean the idea of the mental planning that goes into it.
Yeah. And if you find like a crazy girl, she might be like, I want to be together forever.
And like I'd already just gotten out of a relationship with a crazy person and tried to stop being a crazy person.
I also get emotionally attached really quickly, which is why whenever I had one night stands, I'd be like, do not talk to me after this. Because it's like, if you talk to me after this.
Crazy women. But see, your ideal,
Nah.
right? Your ideal is like, you're looking for that anime crazy woman where they're like flat chest, kick you and tell you how much they like hate you or something like that, but then they're like, it's not like I like you or anything, kind of crazy.
Yeah, not like should have been medicated crazy.
I'm looking for a tsundere. Yeah, like I don't think you want like to keep on the anime train. Like you'd be fine with Asuka without the mental illness, but I don't think that you want that girl from My Hero Academia who's like, yo, but give me your blood though.
Toga?
Yeah. Or she's just like, I'm just gonna stick needles in you though. It's like, probably don't do that one. Get out of there. Kind of strange dude where I like to be alone a lot, even hanging out with friends there's a limit, so I'm not really the type of... Yeah, I mean, like, I'm in the same boat, but I would rather, like, hang out with, like, one human being than, like, 7. Ah, fuck me! I fell to my death because I didn't look behind!
Sadly, you're gonna be dealing with me forever.
I died like an idiot.
So, get ready for that, hot mess.
Yeah, but, like, you also like to have just alone time.
Yeah, I also get mad when people are like, spending time together means going out. Spending time together for me is you sit there and paint models while I'll sit in the opposite end of the room and draw porn.
Get back
Like,
here.
that to me...
That to
me is spending time together.
Um. Uh. Uh. That didn't look like it was good.
Good job. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Oh, that was extremely good. Yeah, give me like a burst rocket launcher. That sounds good. You fucking broke everything. Fuck, how to clip? You just click the clip button. You just hit the clip button.
It's hard to find, but you'll find it.
I don't understand that myth.
It's again because men
See it?
don't
That's
want
fine. Don't worry about it.
men don't want to put in the
But it takes zero
effort
time.
to make a woman feel good. They want to just get their literally while your dick's in there, just rub it.
Well, no, not even that. Like, fuck the crouching versus grenade button. God damn it!
Men don't. Not all men.
Might have
Some
given
men
yourself some problems.
don't.
I'm
They'd
good.
rather it be like woman sucks his dick. He puts dick in vagina, gets his rocks off, and then he's done. That's it.
See, everything's fine.
Some men think it's too much work to please a woman.
Well, I just mean like there's the joke of like people don't know how to find him. Like it's literally just right there though.
No, the reason they say that is because men don't bother to please a woman. It's not like I can't find it, lol. No, the reason they say that is because they don't use it. So it just must be hard to find.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna back off a little bit. Oh, this is a bad. We're just gonna kite him around a little bit. What the fuck? Noid breaks games part. Very good. Honestly, one of my favorite clips of me breaking a game is still from Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, where the lady walks in front of a table, the table explodes against her body, and then it goes, so-and-so hates you, and I lost the game because she walked into a table and it hurt herself. Or when I climbed on a rope, and as a result of swinging on the rope, I got clipped into an object. I'm like, it's fine, it will sort itself out. And then it just makes me let go of the rope, and I fall through the floor and die. And it's like, gotcha. God, Dark Messiah is such a fucking good game. It's so bad, though. Ah! I got intercepted! I got intercepted! Need a sequel? Good luck getting a Dark Messiah of Might and Magic game now.